Uh, we spoke about balance sheet approach some time back, that every client, now even we are adopting the same approach. How do we handle that question? I mean, how do we handle that approach with the HNI customers, that every single customer, 7,200 families that we have, I'm sure when we onboarded these customers, we have done the same exercise, that show me your entire balance sheet. So how much time it takes to, first of all, get that balance sheet from the client? Does that happen in the very first meeting? And when do we get overall client balance sheet to us? How much time it takes basically?
So, if you ask me, 80% of the balance sheets you will get in the first prospect meeting.
Okay.
The other 20 which you don't get, you will never get. Okay? Because if he hears what you're saying and if it makes sense to him, then there's no chupan chupai. If a 50 crore client can tell you where his money is, then a 5 crore guy will tell you, because the 50 crore guy is more tight-fisted with respect to his information, right? A 1 crore guy is lesser tight-fisted. So what you say is what will determine the probability of getting the balance sheet. What we say, fortunately, has evolved itself over the years. And today, if I have to ask probability, 80% of them would give balance sheet. Okay. 20% wouldn't give, and we wouldn't work with them. So if you have a certain approach, to implement the approach, what is needed is courage. I think the most important thing which is there is to say no.
No.
I don't work like that. If somebody says, I'll give you 1 crore in a structured product, I will not give you information, I say no, I would not work like that.
Correct.
Right? So it's important to have that courage if you have conviction. So what do you tell a person to get the balance sheet? That would be the next follow-up question. I'd preempt that. You have to, before you fit anything in the jigsaw puzzle, my child tries to fix jigsaw puzzles, he's fascinated about it. He sees the picture of the jigsaw puzzle, right? He has it by the side. And then tries to fit smaller constituents of the jigsaw puzzle, right? He may not be able to finish it today, he may never be able to finish it. But not seeing the entire picture and trying to fit something is fundamentally incorrect, right? So if somebody is giving you advice, it is wrong number. Like in one of those movies, he says, no, ये wrong number.
Wrong number.
आपको information लिए बगैर अगर 10 लाख का चेक इंश्योरेंस में लेके जा रहा है, तो ये गलत नंबर है, because advice देना without information is like a pharmacist, not a doctor, right? A pharmacist is not going to ask you what, give me your blood report, I'll give you a medicine, right? He will ask you, चाहिए क्या prescription दिखा, मैं दे देता हूँ. अगर तेरे पास prescription नहीं है, दोस्त है, पड़ोसी मेडिकल स्टोर है, तो मुझे क्या सर की दवाई दर्द है, तो चल ये दवाई ले ले. If he is some acquaintance. So if you tell that it is not possible to give advice, good advice at least, without seeing the jigsaw puzzle, I'm not fundamentally okay to do that. Because अगर मुझे चोरी ही करनी थी, मैं सीधे चोर बनता सर. मैं wealth management के क्यों चोरी करूं? मुझे commission ही चाहिए था. Right? That's not what I stand for. And I will let go. Right? I'll let go of my earnings to live up to what I stand for. So you have to understand what we stand for. But as an individual advisor needs to introspect and see what he stands for or she stands for, and then implement with conviction and courage.